So this is part A of the Khoodeelaar television channel being broadcast on the internet under the banner of Baby Angel Geronimo Editions. It's part A on Monday, 30th of October 2023. Baby Angel Geronimo is our lead witness, the most authentic witness to the most corrupt state in the United Kingdom. And the crooks at DEFRA, the criminals at number 10 Downing Street, the stooges in the High Court are all exposed as criminals, liars, crooks, lacking compassion, not caring about the so called due process, not caring about the rule of law, and most certainly being hostile to the idea of the innocent. Baby Angel Geronimo being trusted as being the best and the most healthy alpaca in the whole world. For years, the criminals of DEFRA confected and conspired to demonize the baby angel Geronimo. They lied about him, they lied against him, and they lied against the baby angel Geronimo to the stooge judges. The worst stooge judges, including Griffiths in the High Court and Murray in the High Court. They disposed of the need in law for evidence. They disposed of the need for evidence. They disposed of the relevance of evidence. And as Griffiths the liar said, dated 9th of August 2021, regardless of the fact, regardless of the evidence, regardless of the truth, the Secretary of State was entitled to guard and to do whatever he wanted to do against the baby angel Geronimo, the innocent baby angel Geronimo. Baby angel Geronimo was never, ever truly independently, objectively, scientifically tested to check if he had any trace in his biology, in his body, of bovine tuberculosis, which he never did. But he was deprived of the opportunity to be independently, objectively tested. And he was deprived by the liars at DEFRA. And the liars in the High Court legitimized that deprivation lie. So baby angel Geronimo carries the principle that the British Parliament is packed with liars and opportunists and self-servers. The British government is packed with liars. The British judiciary is packed with liars. And whatever David Neuberger said in 2017 about the post-Brexit Britain, the behavior of these other liars showed that Neuberger was a liar as well as the other ones, because Neuberger spoke in July 2017. As part of the propaganda operation organized by David Livingstone. David Livingstone was in de facto prime minister to Theresa May at the time, and Livingstone wanted to create the impression that Brexit, which Livingstone and Theresa May were lumbered with, would deliver wonders. And one of the wonders that Livingstone confected with the help of David Neuberger was that left to their devices, the common law judges in the English legal system would deliver wonders, in that they would act as the agency for processing international disputes in the London courts. There was no truth in that at all. What Neuberger was actually meaning was that lots and lots of criminals from around the world would bring their criminality claims to be given a legitimacy or legal kind of legitimacy appearance by their using or by their being allowed to use the name the London Court or the London High Court. Ordinary people in either the British demography or in the demographies of the countries from which these big criminals brought their claims to be processed by the crooks in the London court system are never, were never, and would never be given any opportunity comparable to the criminals' opportunities given, as promised accurately by David Neuberg. All the contents of various memos, interviews, disclosures that have been published by the Times and the Times in the last 2 weeks, let's say, about HS2 criminals, merely illustrate the existence of no accountability, no audit of executive decisions by any part of the UK state. Laissez faire seems to dominate everything, especially the behavior of the congenital liar Boris Johnson, the behavior of the likes of the congenital liar Christian evilness, middle miss. Due, says the Cambridge.org, is a central concept in Anglo American criminal justice that safeguards the rights of those subject to the criminal process and guides state officials vital to the authority of the criminal law and the legitimacy of the legal system. Comparison reveals what is distinctive about Anglo American and German conceptions of due process and how far their development is the product of their legal history and local legal culture. As Galligan observes, dispute over whether the adversarial nature of the trial at common law is to be preferred to the more inquisitorial procedures of continental Europe. The real debate in comparing the two approaches is not about which will lead to more correct outcomes, but rather what values are relevant. Comparative analysis permits a better understanding of what is distinctive in the respective systems. It reveals what commonalities exist and to what extent international developments, not least the important jurisprudence on the right to a fair trial under Article 5 of the European Convention on Human Rights, ECHR, foster convergence among signatory states. There is no room in this description or this summary of the prejudice and the corruption of the mind of the likes of the criminals sitting as judges, such as Griffiths or Murray. These are liars. And in these public and published and official descriptions of the slogan due process, there is no room for these criminals' propensities to lie and to be used to serve as prostitutes in effect, to fulfill the narrative craved by the state decision making criminals themselves, like Christian evilness at DEFRA. We shall end this edition at 20 minutes and continue